Hi, this is Karina with Discovery Writer, and I want to talk about managing your time as a writer. and I do talk about this a lot on my blog, actually. I've talked about this several times, but the reason why is because I've first of all realized this is a really important one for writers. Secondly, I have failed at this recently because of my November, December endeavors, projects. I have gotten to where I have failed in that area. As writers, we tend to be very creative minded, and sometimes that spills into other things besides writing. Like I'm into decorating, um, photography, digital scrapbooking. I'm into quilting, sewing. I'm into a lot of creative things. Since I've become a writer, I've let those things go. But when December comes, I get involved in projects. My sister does a project every year where she makes ornaments and she needs me to edit some images and create some images for her in Photoshop Elements. And so every year I do that for her. And this year I also did another project with my mom that has taken us the whole year to do. We were making a quilt for my dad. And then I was making a video for my grandparents from their grandkids, and I had to compile all that together. And then I was working on ornaments for my tree, and a lot of projects. That's not including all the shopping that you have to do. And I have 4 kids, so I mean I have shopping that I have to do for Christmas. So I didn't manage my time very well this year. I took off writing last year, and this year I promised myself I wasn't going to. I was going to still be educating myself and doing what I could, and that has gone completely out the window. I have been so busy with these projects, and I've realized that, yeah, there are some that I couldn't have done any other way, but like the one with my sister, I could have done that any other time of the year. I could have done that in August. I could have done it in April. I could have done it in January, and I just didn't. I waited till the very end. Big mistake. And so my writing has gotten shoved. Now, granted, this is during a holiday, and holidays can do this to people anyway, so I tend to not beat myself up over it. But the problem is that now I am going through writing withdrawals. I am so, I was doing anything that you do and then you later say, why did I do that instead of writing, is bad. I wouldn't say that anything I did was like that. I mean, it was more of why did I take on so much so that I couldn't write. So I'm really frustrated because now I'm wanting to write so desperately. I mean, I am going through withdrawals. I get anxious and giddy thinking about, oh, what I wouldn't give just to sit 8 hours at my computer and just edit my book. Oh my goodness, that just sounds so fun right now. It's kind of funny. I'm a week and a half, or no, wait, I'm a week from Christmas. I have a week left. I have 1 week left, and I still have so much shopping to do. So you have to decide during holidays, but mostly every day of the year, all that 10 or 11 months that you have to really focus, I mean, you have to do it. Okay, you have to do it all year long, but the November, December are kind of like months where I back off. So the other 10 months of the year, you still have to make sure that you're managing your time in other ways. You have to decide what it is your leisure time, and you can only devote so much to that. You cannot be into playing video games, playing basketball 3 times a week, watching, 5 of your favorite shows. You can't be into going to the movies and watching movies. You can't be into crafting, or you can't be into all of those things at once. You have to decide what's more important. And obviously it can vary in certain moments. Like you could devote little bits of time into each thing if that's what works for you. But if, like for me, I kind of gave up TV. TV I found was just not as important to me as like watching movies. I love watching movies. I like studying them, I think, more now as a writer, and trying to understand the plot and the development, the characters, the journey they go on. I really like studying that because I think that helps me with my writing. And there were shows that I liked. I really liked Project Runway. I hated giving that up, but on the other hand, it wasn't quite as important to me as other things, so it was easy to let go. You can't have, I mean, if there's those things that you're like, I absolutely have to have this in my life, that's fine. You can keep that in your life. However, you can't say that about everything. And I think that's the problem, is that there's so many good things, and filling your life with lots and lots and lots of good things is actually bad. You know, you need things in your life like spending time as a family. You need to make sure you're getting enough sleep, that you're eating good, that you're being physical, that you're having a spiritual or a meditation time. You need to make sure that you're doing those things that help you to recharge and help you to be a better writer, but just generally a better person. You know, you need to make sure that you're going to your kids' school functions, and those are not the things that you can give up on. You know, you can sacrifice the time wasters. For me, TV was a time waster. I have people tell me all the time, you should watch this show, it's so good, you'll love it. And I'm thinking to myself, I probably would. I really probably would. But that's the thing I've kind of chosen to give up. And for them, the TV might be really important. Those shows are really important. They're an adapting creative, plot, and so I could see the appeal. I could see that appeal. But that's just not the thing that really helps me recharge. TV is for when I want a blank mind, when I don't want to think and I just want to maybe have mind-numbing, nothing before I get ready for bed. So for me, TV doesn't do it. But that's the thing. You have to find those things that you can give up, and realizing which things you can't. And because you don't want to do why did I waste my time on that? I should have been writing. That's the thing you don't want to say. So let's not say that. Let's not get mad at past selves. I get mad at past Karina all the time. The pre-writing Karina, I'm like, you were wasting so much time. What are you doing with yourself? And I'm speaking to future Karina, and I'm saying, future Karina, just make sure that you don't make the mistake I just made today, and to me, December, I'm saying, Karina, do your shopping for Christmas before Halloween. Get it all done before Halloween. Make sure you get those things for your sister, get them done way earlier. Future Karina needs to listen to me. So you don't want to, look back and say, oh my goodness, I totally flubbed that. Even in the moment, sometimes you could finish watching a TV show and you're like, why did I do that? I've seen that episode. Why did I just sit there and not, and sometimes you need that. So I'm not saying it's always bad. I'm saying you don't want to regret the choices you've made. You don't want to regret the time spent doing something and thinking I could have been spending it doing this instead. You will never say, I shouldn't have gone to my daughter's play. I should have been writing. But you will say, I maybe didn't need to watch that basketball game. I should have been writing. If basketball's your thing, sorry. And that might be the thing that you're like, I'm not giving up, and that's fine. You just want to make sure that it's a very personal thing. It's very, very subjective. It's personal, but you have to figure them out, and you have to be able to set up that schedule for yourself. That mental schedule. It's not like you have to have a set schedule every day, but you have to find what works for you. So I'm going to go before this gets too long, and it's already gone longer than I wanted it to. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll get another one out soon. Okay, bye.